Alright, this video is going to explain a simple example of drawing vectors. We're going to look at this problem. A man walks 80 meters north, then 20 meters west, and then 120 meters south. What is his displacement? You must show your drawing. So even though you could probably do this in using the Pythagorean theorem, we're going to go ahead and draw it out because we're practicing on how to draw vectors. First thing you need to do is you need to come up with a scale that makes sense for how much space you have. Here I'm using 1 centimeter equals 10 meters. So 80 meters turns into 8 centimeters. 20 meters turns into 2 centimeters. And 120 meters is going to be 12 centimeters on my scale drawing. When we draw vectors, we start with the origin and we line them up head to tail. So I'm going to start here. So my first line representing 80 meters north is going to be 8 centimeters in length, and it's going to go straight to the north, which would be up on my paper. So I'll draw the first one in, and I put an arrow on the end of it. Then I need to draw my next vector again, head to tail. So I'm going to start here at the top, and I'm going to go 2 centimeters west, which represents 20 meters west. And then finally we're going to go 12 centimeters south, which represents 120 meters south. Now you can see the path taken drawn to scale. So the resulting displacement would be from the origin to the end of the last vector. Okay, that's the displacement, the actual distance in magnitude and direction. So I'm just going to draw this displacement vector. So now to get the resultant, we just need to measure it. We need a magnitude, which is the length. So as I line that up, that is 4.5 centimeters. Using my scale to get it back to meters, that's going to be 45 meters. Now we need an angle. So we need to put the protractor right on the origin. And the easiest way to do it is line it up right on the origin, and then we're going to make our directions here, and we're going to label them so that we know exactly how we're going to measure this angle so we don't get confused. So if this is south down here, and if we have east there, north there, and west to the left, that's going to be our scale that we were using from before. We know that this displacement vector is going to be west of south. If we're finding that angle, it's going to be west of south. So if we measure it, looking on our protractor, looks like we're right at 28 degrees. And so since it's 28 degrees to the west of south, we would say 28 degrees west of south. Now if you wanted to do it south of west, you can measure the other angle, which would be 90 minus 28. But for this example, we just measured it as 28 degrees west of south. And so the resulting vector would be 45 meters, 28 degrees west of south.